there is a stream of energy. When disembodiment happens, naturally every being moves towards this river. Some will bounce back, some will soak in it, some will easily cross it, some just dissolve right there. So if somebody crossed the river or somebody bounced back, these two people you can help. If they have bounced back or if they've still not crossed the river, let's not say bounce back, they've still not crossed the river. Now they might have, you don't know for sure, they might have crossed the river, but still because of the thickness of their shell and their own attitudes, they may be going through this in an unpleasant manner. You want to bring some pleasantness, you want to bring some Shanti to them. So you want to shave off. Maybe they've dissolved, maybe they've attained to mukti, maybe they're come back and reborn and again, it doesn't matter what, you keep doing it.
One thing is, we've been working on this book called The Mystics Musings. It's again a series of question answers. This is a little more hardcore. Probably many aspects probably never printed before. Anyway, so in United States I thought, nowhere, even in India it's not been released yet. I thought I'll release it here today for you. That's book. There's a certain chapter called The Beings of the Beyond. And what beings of the beyond means? Those kind of beings who are not in your normal current level of experience. So this is like a chapter introduction. It starts with a little poem. The ruthless debtor that she is claimed back earth that you fancied was you. The ruthless debtor that she is claimed back earth that you fancied was you. To leave you so naked and bare as to be bodiless. To leave you so naked and bare as to be bodiless. Dead they think you are when you wait for another lease. Dead they think you are when you wait for another lease. Since earth's debt you repaid, ones who claim to love you abhor you. Since earth's debt you repaid, ones who claim to love you abhor you. With me, the wanderer of the twilight world, with me, the wanderer of the twilight world, you can rest upon my breast to annul your destined course. You can rest upon, with me, the wanderer of the twilight world, you can rest upon my breast to annul your destined course. The way life is happening right now, the way you experience life right now. Today, modern science is telling you, in the physical realm itself, there are so many life forms right here, which you don't see or experience. Yes. Suppose, what are these called as? House mites, is it? Dust mites, what are they called? Dust mites? They outnumber us here. Actually, their satsang is bigger than ours. Isn't it so? They have 1 million people in their satsang. We are just a small number. Because we just live in our own ignorance. We think this is our satsang. But actually, they're having a grand satsang going. 1 million man satsang is not a small satsang, isn't it? So, even in the physical realm, there are things which are not in your experience. Beyond the physical, there are other realms of existence where there are certain beings. Now, there are various dimensions to it. We are not handling those dimensions in the book or this chapter. We are looking at the other dimension of the human being beyond the physical. When the human being exists without the body, what is the nature, how he functions, and what are the tendencies which he works, how it happens. In that kind of detail, that it's all very technical. It's not a ghost story. It is not like you heard, definitely everybody heard ghost stories when you were young, and yes. Is it very popular in America? Huh? Okay. I think Harry Potter is doing big business out of that, telling ghost stories. In India, stories like this, if your grandmother starts telling you a story, it'll go on for a whole month. Same story. Indian stories are always very, very elaborate, going into every detail. Story inside a story inside a story inside a story, like that. Because, it's a 10,000-year-old culture. We had a lot of time to make up stories. So this is not a ghost story. This is handled just technically, that even the worst skeptic cannot deny it, because it's so technical and to the point. At the same time, it is not entertainment. It's an understanding of life. What you call as body is, we know today, it is just earth that we picked up, isn't it? Through the food that we eat, we just transformed earth into body. Once we shed it, again it goes and becomes earth to become somebody else's body, of a plant or an animal or something else, isn't it? Or just mud. So, this body that you gathered is not about you. This is just what you borrow from the planet, which everybody has to return to the atom. Though there are no interest rates, it's become like, American Auto, all 0% interest now. It's always been so for this vehicle, 0% interest, no interest. But you have to repay it back to the atom. Not one atom can anybody carry from here. Though I know you have heard of stories that somebody took their body and went away somewhere, no such thing is possible. In the very nature of things, it's not possible. There have been some sages who dematerialized their bodies. They did not want to give the trouble of cremation or burial to the people around them. Because they were in such mastery of their systems, they dematerialized some of the yogis. There are many things like that in India. Somebody goes into the room and he says, "I'm leaving my body." He leaves his body. When you open the room and see there's no body, just a little bit of dust is all he left. He dematerialized himself. But still, he left every atom here. There's no question of taking it anywhere, and there's no place to take it. And if you take anything, they don't have separate quarantine arrangements for you, so they don't allow you to take it. So once the body is shed, the being is still on. The subtle body, the mental body, and the pranic body, and the karmic substance is still there. And they function in their own way. It is always there. It is just that most people are unaware of it. When they become aware of it, they get excited about it. In India, we have various varieties of names depending upon their characters. According to their particular way of function, we have different kind of names to describe them. Here, all of them are going under one category. So, these beings whom you refer to as ghosts, all that has happened is they lost their physical body because either the body finished its course and fell off, or you damaged it in some way. You crashed your car, or you drank yourself to death, or you broke your heart, or something happened to the body. The mechanism broke. So it fell down and went back into earth. But the being is all there intact as he was.
See, Kala Bhairava karma is of one nature, Kala Bhairava Shanti is of a different nature. If you're talking about people who have been long dead means dead for more than 48 days or 90 days, they're dead. Or let's say more than 9 months, they're dead. So they're long dead. 1 year, 2 year, 10 years, not much difference. Beyond 12 years, beyond 11.5 years, beyond 4,356 days, there is a difference. Within that, uh, if a person died, see the problem is this, that one must understand, socially here for us, death is death. How they died doesn't matter. The person is missing, that's all we know, being here. But death is not the same thing for all, as life is not the same thing for all. So many millions of children are born every day. Do all of them play out the life the same way? Similarly, so many million people die every day, or hundreds of thousands of people die every day, and life does not play out death does not play out the same way because death is just another dimension of life. Similarly, as life does not play out the same way for every person, death does not play out the same way for every being, it all depends on how. So, Shanti is done more as a kind of an effort. If any help is needed, we want to provide that for our ancestors, for our forefathers, or our grandfathers, or fathers, or mothers, or whoever. What is the help that we are trying to provide? What can we do? It is like this. I'm continuing to use this analogy for quite some time because I think that's the best analogy we have found yet. It's like a bubble. See, in my personal experience, when you leave the body, depending upon what level of evolution you are in, how thin or thick your casing is, accordingly things happen. If something is, let us say, your casing or your bubble is too thick, it cannot break, it will go to the river and bounce back. What is the river? River is a stream of energy, a kind of energy which is neither life nor death, but a completely different kind of energy, which, for lack of words, we can say a kind of energy which saves you, dissolves you, so it is called as Vaitarni in Indian tradition. Vaitarni means, uh, it is a savior, one who is good at saving you. So what is the saving? It is not a physical river, it's a metaphorical expression, but there is a stream of energy. When disembodiment happens, naturally every being moves towards this river. Some will bounce back, some will soak in it, some will easily cross it, some just dissolve right there. So if somebody crossed the river or somebody bounced back, these two people you can help. If they have bounced back or if they've still not crossed the river, let's not say bounce back, they've still not crossed the river, now you do Kala Bhairava karma. Now they might have, you don't know for sure, they might have crossed the river, but still because of the thickness of their shell, and their own attitudes, they may be going through this in a unpleasant manner. You want to bring some pleasantness, you want to bring some Shanti to them. So you want to shave off one layer of their nonsense, whatever, maybe some unpleasantness will go away and pleasantness will happen. This is all the effort that you're making. If they're already pleasant, you still want to shave off one layer so that they will cease altogether. Pleasantness is also a bondage. As unpleasantness is a bondage, pleasantness is also a bondage. Unfortunately, with pleasantness, people take more time to realize that it's a bondage. With unpleasantness, very easily you realize it's a bondage. So, you're trying to bring some pleasantness, but for sure you don't know. Maybe your grandfather or whoever else has already dissolved. Maybe there's nothing to do. You don't know, but you still do as a duty so that in case he needs it, in case somebody else… See, this is… once you do this work, this is not only individual, because there is a certain runanubandha which connects people. Suppose you do Kala Bhairava Shanti for your grandfather, but he doesn't need it, he's already gone. Now, your grandfather's brother may be there, whom you don't care about, but he may benefit. I hope it's okay with you. Because your grand uncle benefited. Maybe you didn't like him, I don't know what's the situation, but he may get helped. So people connected with that kind of runanubandha may get helped, somebody else who is not even your relative may get helped. So this has been kept as a culture that you must keep doing Kala Bhairava Shanti. It doesn't matter whether your ancestors are hanging around there or not, we don't know. Maybe they've dissolved, maybe they've attained to mukti, maybe they're come back and reborn and again, it doesn't matter what, you keep doing it so that all the related people will benefit from that.